I have been playing gacha games for the last 5 years, which is honestly longer than I would have expected. In that time, I have started many new games, dropped others, and replayed some after long breaks. Only one of these games that I played reached the dreaded end of service. At this time, I keep to a maximum of 4 gacha games at any one time, with 3 having high priority. Currently, the games are Honkai Star Rail, Atelier, Atelier Resleriana, and Genshin Impact. But with a new game upcoming, I thought this was a good time to clean up things. I've teased this in some of my community posts for the last few weeks, but yes, the next game I'll be looking at will be Zenless Zone 0, in just a few days. Fun fact, I have not played an action RPG before, so you'll likely get to see me struggle extra hard navigating the fights. As of the time of recording, the pre-download is available and I'll play on both mobile and PC. The biggest draw to me is the setting, something clearly separate from the typical anime fantasy setting in the past or future. The characters also look very nice. I have no qualms about the mixed gender cast or their designs. That is it for the new games, or game. But managing 5 games at once is a tall order, so at the same time, I'll also be dropping other games to make room for it. But first, it has been a month since I've come back to Star Rail regularly, and for now, I'm here to stay. In the quest to obtain Firefly, I have caught up significantly. Not quite up to date with the story, but still much further than I was just a few weeks ago. And of course, I have to keep playing for Firefly. I mostly play on PC, but I still have the mobile version installed on the same phone I did the original short on. No surprises here. Atelier is a very low maintenance game, not in terms of maintenances themselves, but in terms of how little commitment it takes. Auto mode is super reliable for most events, and for lots of the grind, the game just plays itself. And yes, I know most of you originally came for this game in particular. Videos won't stop on that. Now that I've outlined the games I'm sticking with, now I have to outline the games I'm dropping. Starting with... It's been fun, but I'm done. So I covered the game when it came out back in January, and I've been playing it on and off these past few months on both mobile and PC. I really like the characters available. Most are from their respective series, but most of the character models look great. I also really like the main protagonist, Resna. It's refreshing not having a self-insert character for once, and shows an absolute joy to watch. One of the main reasons why I kept playing. But there are 2 major problems which are making me drop this game. The gacha is not good at all, but in a very sneaky manner compared to just having low rates in general. There's also not much to do overall. You can synthesize, battle, and that's it. It feels very limiting for a 3D gacha game, and when you compare it to other 3D gacha games I could be playing, it definitely falls short. Though before I uninstall it from my PC, I will be doing a comparison featuring it and the 2 other main gacha games I have played for most this year. It will come after the first week of Triple Z, so stay tuned. Honestly, I wasn't really in to begin with. You might remember that I featured this game as part of my first GeForce Now experiment. Since then, I haven't gotten any further, and you can probably guess why. I absolutely cannot stand the opening portion. I couldn't care less for the setting or the characters, and it made everything feel like a chore. It could get better a couple more hours in, but realistically, I don't have the time or the patience for that. If you're wondering why I haven't bothered with other open world games like River Raves, here you go. This is all just my opinion though. Please do not take this as me saying either of the 2 games I'm dropping are rubbish. Feel free to enjoy them and continue playing. In fact, type in the comments below which games you've picked up or dropped in the past year. Thanks for watching.
I am sorry.